Welcome to the PT Legends podcast, where co-host Dave Bess and myself, Scott Carpenter, share our journey and secrets of success. From our humble beginnings as personal training employees of a big box gym to struggling studio owners that have made every mistake in the book, to where we are now, the owners of a multi-seven-figure business operating multiple personal training studios internationally, and now coach and mentor to fitness professionals in 5 countries and counting. This is our story, and these are our secrets. Subscribe to our podcast, learn, take action, and build your own fitness empire. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the PT Legends Show. I am your host, Scott Carpenter. With me are my illustrious co-hosts, Dave Bess and Will Schiller. And today's episode is PT Legends 2.0, the future of everything. I'm so excited to get to this. Before we do, of course, this episode is brought to you by PT Legends, where we help you shatter the glass ceiling in your business by teaching the exact steps on how to, at the very least, double your current monthly rates for new clients and charge your true value. What if just every average client paid you 2 to 3 times more than they currently are? 2 to 3 times more the revenue with no more clients. How would that change your business? More importantly, how would that change your entire life? This is exactly what we teach you how to do without any more work or effort than you're already doing. If you're interested, go to ptlegends.com or book a call from the link in the show notes if you're ready to learn more. Now, back to the show. Dave, Will, welcome.
What's happening?
Let's go. I know we're all super fired up about PT Legends 2.0 because we have been working really hard on it. And it's just awesome. It's just insanely awesome. I mean, I have to toot our own horn here, but the results that people are getting now, I mean, they've always been phenomenal, but now it's getting just stupid. So if we can take a minute to recognize a couple wins, and Dave, you've been working hand in hand with them. Like first of all, Robert Schwartz, that sounds made up, right?
Tell us Schwartz's story. I mean,
Schwartz's story.
Thank God we have graphics of his Stripe account because
nobody would believe it.
It's just fantasy land. Now, here's kind of the Robert Schwartz is natural, cold-blooded guy that has an amazing story. Yeah. He's a natural salesman. So he knew the nuts and bolts of this program just after reading your book, and he took action and implemented it. He then said, okay, I want to work with these guys. And what was the numbers? It was $15,000 to $20,000 was his monthly revenue. In 30 days with just clocking in, building his high ticket offer, he clocks in just under 60K. So
59.7K. The month before, he was doing around 15, 18.
Yep.
In September, he went to 21.2 because he accidentally sold a high ticket program right before he was ready to roll with it. As we just started working with him, he officially launched it October 1st. And we're recording this now on November 3rd. So he just got final numbers in October 31st, October 1st to 31st. He went to $59,700. And that's not just sold because he's running 9-week program. So some of that's coming in next week. He's already at 30, 1.5 times better than his next month. That's what he's already got sitting there for November to run through. Absurd. Absolutely crazy. But then we got somebody else, we got Dan, right?
Oh man.
Thunder
Dan.
Dan. And so to give you guys some background on this, we weren't sure we should necessarily take him on. And it was because he's so new and he's running a solo operation in a large facility, no employees, just himself, one-on-one PT. And he was charging $30 an hour, maybe 35 for some of the newer people. And I jokingly said that literally I know hundreds of gym owners and personal trainers across the entire world. And you're literally the cheapest personal trainer in the world as I know it. And he just couldn't fathom that people even charge $70 a session for one-on-one. And so we had a lot to go over. Like, right, the first thing that we do is, and this kind of goes into PT Legends 2.0, we do so much more than just teach you how to bolt on a high ticket option. Mm-hmm. That alone is amazing. But just by having a high ticket option and doing the sales process right, you're price anchoring so high and you're establishing yourself as an authority in the space, learning to be your own Tony Robbins to these people. And even if they just do a group training only, we've been able to take so many of these places, these CrossFits or whatever kind of group training places that are charging $119 a month. And immediately, just by having the high ticket, regardless of whether they sell it or not, they're raising their group rates to $250 for all new people coming on board and not having a problem selling it at all. And at the very least, they're like doubling their just group rates overnight with no pushback. It's actually an easier sale. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, we'll get into 2.0. I'm sorry, I'm taking us on a little side journey. But Dan Clayton, and what has he done? Because he's been at it just for like a couple weeks, I think.
So here's the cool thing. And here's a big part of 2.0 too. So like we're telling Dan's story, we're talking 2.0. Like a big part of this, it's every gym owner out there, like if you've been established, you have 80, 100, 150, 200 members, right? How many of your members need something more than workouts and nutrition? So something big that we're part of is 2.0 is like have conversations with everyone in your club. Like you're not doing it. And I hate the word upsell for current members. And that's like most gym owners, they get a little bit, I don't want to do upsells. Let's have some freaking conversations. So that was Dan's first step. It's like, brother, I don't care if you sell a $2,000 program. Like we'll create some case study offers for you and you present them an opportunity to work with you. But it's amazing for both parties just sitting down and have the conversation. So that's what I assigned to Dan first and foremost. Have conversations with your current clients, go through the sales process. If they're good fit at the end, bang. He sold 5 of them. His first week, 5 of them. 5 of them. 5. Plus Dan Clayton is 8% body fat, just shredded. He's dressed up as Sloth and he was doing some pull-ups on Facebook. A gentleman reached out to him and he signed up his first official high ticket client at $2,000. So, I mean, do the math. He sold $7,000 in his first, I guess, 8 days. Mm-hmm. And his previous, everything else was $30 an hour. For 20 years, he's done that.
Yeah. No joke, guys. No joke. And when I talked to him, he's like, even making $2,000 more a month would change my entire life. I'm like, dude, you have no idea what's possible outside of your small town. You have no idea. This is going to blow your mind. And I mean, he's coachable and he did it and boom. Mm-hmm. And guys, he's also shifted from one-on-one, shifting into overlapping one-on-one. So he's going to be able to go from making $30 an hour literally to, $200-$300 an hour with what we're doing. It's insane. It's so impactful. And, I got to give him credit for giving us a shot and giving this a shot because it's so out of this element. And it is for so many people, but it's unbelievable. But yeah, this kind of goes into PT Legends 2.0. PT Legends has been a thing for just over a year, really. Year and a half, maybe, as we kind of do some case studies and we kind of accidentally fell into opening, like creating a systems and a business behind what we were doing because people asked us to help them. So it has been it has been open that long, but it's gotten tremendously better over the last year, tremendously. And initially what we did is we taught people how to bolt on a high ticket offer into their business, no matter what their business model is. You don't have to change your business model. It's just an additional offer, right? For people who need more than workouts. And you don't want to sell, well, we do nutrition coaching. Nobody wants nutrition coaching, right? It's got to be more than that. Yes, it's nutrition coaches, it's accountability, but it's a mentorship. Really, it's the only way to get people to change. So really repackaging a lot of things that people are already doing but putting an amazing fulfillment system behind it and being able to charge multiple times. And it changed everything. But that being said, people wanted to keep working with us after the initial 12 weeks because there was so much value in it. You get to see us all the time. We have Zoom calls multiple times a week where you get in live reps to get better and better and better. And then people saw amazing financial results. But I mean, come on, you're an entrepreneur. you're not, you think you'll be satisfied if you double or triple your income, but guess what? You're probably not. You'll want to grow further and in different ways. And so, Dave and I, we own 6 gyms. Will, he's built successful online coaching businesses. And so whatever those next steps are to have somebody grow, whatever's holding them back from really their business being such a dream business, that's what we solve. That's what we solve. And it's cool because we created a complete system that tracks every important metric, every single action you need to take. So you get the accountability as a business owner. That's one of the cons of being an entrepreneur, right? You don't always know the best path. There's nobody making sure you do what you need to do. And usually we always shy away from the difficult things that we don't want to do, right? But we're going to systematically be able to see exactly what's holding you back, identify those action steps that you need to do to overcome that and really build out your dream business. And it's amazing, whether it could be hiring and staffing and getting somebody to replace yourself in a coaching role or sales role or whatever that is. Could be marketing. Organic marketing is just holding you back, giving you anxiety. You're not doing it right. Could be paid marketing. That's another big one, right? That's a big one. And so what would it look like if that was effective as hell and easy as hell, right? And so solving those things, but it's either usually along the lines of staffing and hiring to scale up or scale out. It's usually along the lines of acquisition with your marketing and sales, something with operations or scaling, whether you're doing additional locations, renegotiating that lease to make sure they take care of the HVAC or getting a personal guarantee out, whatever it is, or you want to expand and keep growing, but beyond 4 walls and build an online coaching business, which is why Will has joined the team because he's one of the best in the world at it. So it's so cool. And by the way, guys, we initially started working with people for 12 weeks, but everybody wanted to keep working with us. So we basically took what we charged on that, and now we work with people for an entire year and just give them a business that they had never even dreamed was possible, because that's our dream. Dave and I, we've been there. We've put in the 60-hour work weeks, right? We have tried so many things that failed. We've invested tons of money that never paid out, but we've gotten through to the other side. And really, I mean, our dream is pulling people to the other side ourselves. It changes everything, right? And to be able to, yes, A, make the money that you want to make, but B, you need the time to be able to enjoy it. And if you can't take that week vacation without worrying about your business or that phone call that might come in, that's not really free time now, is it? And to get that solid business, guys, you've got to charge more. Your business can't afford to act like a real business that runs without you. In 99% of the time, there's just not enough margin to pay somebody to really take over your role and the responsibility. There's not enough money to pay somebody professionally to do your ads, right? You shouldn't even touch that stuff. Ideally, you should not touch that stuff because you're probably not the best in the world at it. Anyways, I'm hogging the mic, but I'm just on one.
Go, baby, go. No, what's exciting to me, and I'll pass this over to Will because I'm really excited about like building your dream book of 8 to 12 people you want to work with and make an extra $100,000. And that's what Will's going to do. And I believe that's a very, very big part of the future of PT Legends. But one of my favorite parts of 2.0, when we originally started PT Legends, I was all in on the bolt-on. So the way that I taught sales back then is everyone is signing up for a high ticket program. But now going through a 1.5-year journey with everyone, it's really powerful just to talk the end user into taking the first step. And that first step is adding value to just your group only and allowing the gym owners to charge double for the group rates. So the way that I always talk now with like 2.0, just imagine a nuclear scenario to where me, Will, and Scott were just full of shit. Like what we're teaching, you never saw it sign up a mentoring client. But just by doubling your group, adding on a little bit of value, that will drastically change your business. So that's my favorite part with 2.0. It's some people aren't going to be Robert Schwartz and be, the king of the mountain and natural salespeople. Since we get a full year with people, we can teach them those skills and they're going to sell it 6, 9, 12 months down the road, guaranteed. But it allows us to take a Dan Clayton, which he just sold a mentorship, but it allows him to build his business and double, triple his current raise without really changing anything. So that's personally from this, as a sales guy, the Kool-Aid man of PT Legends 2.0, that's what I'm most excited about. But Will, like, where do you see PT Legends 2.0? Where do you see it going?
Yeah, I mean, I'll answer that in a second, but just to piggyback off you, Dave, I think one of the biggest assets that transitioning to an annual service now has, and I learned this in my previous business as well, is you're just able to go so much deeper with every single client and really build out sustainable structure that makes the systems and the habits that we're going through as a company able to stick. Because usually when it's 12 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever the duration is, you kind of learn that one thing. And sure, don't get me wrong, that one thing is great and it can really dramatically change your business. But we have so many things that we can teach, and we can dramatically change your business and your life and your business IQ, which takes time to really sink in. Yeah. So transitioning to that model is just so important. And transitioning to what I'm helping with as well, when the gyms get to that point where they're seeing that sustainable revenue in their gym, they've switched to that high ticket model, they're really thriving in a place where they've never been thriving before. Now you can start to think about other things. Now you can start to think about scaling. You can start to think about having a potential online offer with some of the services and the assets you've already built out inside of your gym, and starting to scale, like you said, Scott, beyond the 4 walls of your gym and have exponential returns on different coaching offers that I can help you develop. And it's so cool because this is something I've thought about for honestly years about doing with gyms. And when we started working together last year around this time, I remember thinking to myself, man, oh man, like these guys have something super special. And down the road, if we were to join forces, which we eventually did, like this would just be rocket fuel for the fitness industry. That's exactly what we're doing. And I couldn't be more excited. So there's so many more things I could get into in terms of what I'm going to help you guys with, but I'll kind of leave that there and just plant that seed of what's possible for now.
Yeah, it's truly incredible. And man, the results that have been coming out of these gym owners, they're just better and better and better and better. And so we're really excited about 2.0, and there's so much more that's in there. Quarterly events, half-day event, like it's insane where you're getting to interact with all these other gym owners and everything too. It's just amazing. We've got our one coming up in December. I think it's December 9th. Going to be just absolutely amazing. And then one of the coolest things is you guys know, if you guys listen to this podcast and have digested our stuff, we are all in on fulfillment. Like there is no gym owner left behind. Like everyone is massively important. We don't sign up huge amounts of people on purpose because it is a very high touch point thing, both with our group calls and our one-on-ones. Everybody is successful in this. Like that has to be what we continue to do. And so what we're doing as well, starting in December, we're running people through in having everybody new start at the same time. So it's going to start at the first part of of December. And we're maxing it at 10, right? 10, because we want to just ace the fulfillment. We can't take on more people than we can handle. Especially with the one-on-ones and how high touch point this can be. So yeah, we're doing that. We've got 10 doing that, and everybody going through and building out their offers at the same time, learning each phase of the sales process, troubleshooting, how'd that rep go last week, and figuring out and adjusting. Everybody going through it at the same time is going to make fulfillment even better. So the cool thing is we got our first group, we got our first cohort running in first week in December. I don't know when this podcast will air. It's probably another week. So I don't know, November 12th or something like that. So we already have a few of those spots taken. So if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, if you've been engaging with stuff for a while and you think you might be a good fit for it, use that link in the show notes to book a call sooner rather than later, so we can hop on and see if this is a good thing for you and your business or not. Because right now, what we do is the initial period where we take people through, Dave, it's 8 weeks, right? 8 weeks. We're going to take you through it, all build everything and learn everything at the same time, at the same speed. And then after that 8 weeks, we're going to identify what is the next piece that's holding you back. What do we need to refine more? So as of right now, first week in December is when this thing goes. If you want to be ready for the new year on that, you got to book a call right away. Our next enrollment period is going to start then February 1st. Okay. There's a chance, just because we have a lot of demand for this right now, there's a chance that we may open up a January one. But as of right now, the next time for you to start is going to be in a couple months in February. December. Yeah, that's right. So anyways, just wanted to mention that. But going through as a group together with 9 other gym owners, I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be just a cool experience.
We've just learned so much over the last year and a half. And now it's the road is just in 8 weeks. Holy crap. That's why we guarantee results too. Like legit, it's impossible for someone to do this 8-week journey if they show up to the calls and do what we tell them to do and fill out their report card. It's impossible for them not to 2x their money. Like it's not possible. Like you are going to, and I'm so happy that we sucked at the beginning, even though we didn't really suck. Like, do you remember, Scott?
But compared to now, we suck.
Yeah. Like I remember, like it was less than 2 years ago when Deontay texted us, Lake and Deontay, our first legends. They texted us. I was up in your Flagstaff cabin.
Yeah.
We were having breakfast. And I remember the first text, Deontay's, I just sold a $3,000 program. And I didn't believe it at that point. I was like, holy shit. Because we had just taught our underground fitness locations. And it was that moment where I'm like, oh my God, this is the future. I thought we nailed it then after that text, but just learning everything and having Will on board. It's just in 8 weeks, your entire life can change. How many people, Robert Schwartz, he's in 30 days, his entire life changed. It's just, it doesn't exist. So I'm getting on
21K to 60K.
30 days.
A month. Yeah. Fucking wild. So it's insane. But you're right. Like we didn't know what we were necessarily doing. We got asked to people like, hey, can you help me do this? Sure, we'll try. And that's where it started. Where it's at now is just light years. And it worked then. It just works so much better now. And it's been one hell of a journey. It's been amazing. And we are just adding it up. Will, and you sent over some of the others that you thought of, between myself and Will and Dave, between coaches that we've hired and mentorships or masterminds and programs, whatever, we added up what we spent over the last, 3 to 4 years, probably. And it's over 200 grand. Right. And we don't use anybody's systems. We pulled things from everywhere, right? Just and combined it, created these new ideas and launched it. And I mean, that's the reason why it's so good. And then we've had a year and a half to massage it out and getting the experience and working with all these other gym owners and personal trainers. So it's become something that, none of us thought was really possible. And our own legends are continuing to shock the living shit out of us, which is the coolest thing in the world. It's just so cool. So that's 2.0, guys. And in addition, I have to say, like, because we work with now, we extend it. We're like the people that we've worked with for 6 months, 8 months, 10, 12 months, like the freedom that they enjoy as a business owner, they never thought they could have that, the money and the time and scaling out. Like they never imagined it was possible, because a lot of them have been in the business for 8 years, 10 years, right? See nothing like this. And so that's when we realized, man, we don't want to just teach them one trick, right? We can change somebody's entire life. We have an obligation to do that. So we basically just took our price point and we're like, we'll work with you for a year. And so you guys know, it's spread out over that year and it's so stupid cheap. It's unreal. I mean, really, if you believe that we can help you sign up one high ticket client, and retain them, according to our renewal process, it literally pays for everything. It's absurd. And the reason that we did that is because this has to be a no-brainer offer. It has to be a no-brainer offer. It just does. what we're doing is so important to solve so many pain points for so many amazing fitness professionals and entrepreneurs. It has to become a movement, and it has by accident. But this is the way we do it. So I am just super excited for PT Legends 2.0.
Hell yeah.
It is legitimately the future of everything in the fitness industry. I love it. So anyways, we won't go on and on. We wanted to make this short. We've gone like way over. But yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Again, one last thing, if this is something that you're interested in, just hop on that call now. It might be a yes, it might be a no, it might be a maybe later, but hop on that call because we're going to be very strict about limiting this to 10 people per group because we're not sacrificing fulfillment. And along those lines, if there is another gym owner that you know or are close with, share this episode with them, right? Share this episode with them. Have them encourage them to listen to other episodes because we're only going to take on what we can handle, what we feel confident with. So it's really important. So I appreciate it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the show, leave us a review, share this, and check out our free resources in the show notes. Book a call if that's you. Thank you for listening to the PT Legends podcast. We will see you next week. Dave and myself, Scott, would love to thank you for tuning in and listening to the PT Legends podcast. You can get direct access to us by joining our free Facebook group. Go to www.facebook.com/groups/7-figure personal trainer. That's 7-figure personal trainer with the number 7. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you can keep on learning and keep on living. Finally, if you picked up any tips whatsoever in this episode that you found helpful, be sure to leave us a review and tell us what you like best about it. Can't wait to see you on the next episode.